Hello. It's been a great week here, or part of the week here for our kids and our families and our staff. The Holiday Bowl Committee has just done a tremendous job. Everything's been first class. Every need's been taken care of. Everything's run smoothly. And I can't think of a bowl that would be more accommodating than this bowl here. And this city has rolled out the red carpet for our kids, and they've had a great time. I think they've had a tremendous mixture of work and fun and camaraderie, and getting out to the USS Boxer was a highlight. It's amazing, you know, you wouldn't think that 20-year-old kids or 22-year-old kids would enjoy the zoo and SeaWorld as much as they did, but I think they embraced it, everything that the Holiday Bowl had to offer this week, and so it's just been a great time. Now we're into game mode. We just had our final walkthrough. We'll go over to Qualcomm this afternoon like we typically do the day before a game and just get a feel for the surroundings, go in the locker room, you know, follow the way that we'll walk out to the field tomorrow before game, and then we're into our typical, you know, last 38 or 36-hour routine. So we've got a tremendous opponent tomorrow night in Baylor. We all know about their offense. They're as good as there is in the country at moving the ball and scoring points. They've got a tremendous running back, outstanding quarterback, great group of receivers, and we'll have our hands full on defense. Offensively, it'll be exciting to go against this team, see if we can stay up with them a little bit. But I think it'll be a great game. I think it'll be an exciting game. I think it'll be a hard-fought game. I think these two teams have a lot of respect for each other. We've gotten a chance to mingle with some of their players and coaches. They're a quality group of people. And I just look forward to a really exciting game tomorrow night. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Jim, with everybody predicting a shootout, how does that kind of affect defensive guys and their mindsets?
Well, it challenges them. You know, when people predict a shootout, if you're in, the head coach is standing up here talking about a shootout, you know, if you're a defensive guy, you bow up a little bit, you know, and I think that's a good thing. You know, we've played teams that are similar in style to Baylor, and the two that we've played that are most similar are Houston and Arizona. And, you know, our defensive guys have come out and played well. But, you know, every game's a different story, and this is a tremendous team. So, you know, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, you know, and we'll compete to the end, and they'll compete to the end, and somebody will win, and it'll be a great night to be at Qualcomm watching football or tuning into ESPN and watching football, because you're going to see some quality football and some exciting football.
Coach, you just mentioned how you guys have done pretty well against spread offenses, Arizona, Houston, those kinds of teams. Does that sort of give your defense a lot more confidence going into this and knowing that they can contain? I mean, you guys held Arizona like 10 points. So.
Well, yeah, I think it does going in. But every game's its own entity. You know, you still got to go out and perform well. And I think what gives a team confidence is the preparation that they do for a game each week. And I think that we've had an outstanding, really 2 weeks of preparation. We've focused on Baylor for the last 2 weeks. But still, you know, Baylor's done the same thing, you know, and they've got an offense that goes out and scores a lot of points, so they've got confidence as well. So I think it always comes down to a couple things. Number one, your mindset going into a football game. You know, are you mentally prepared to compete to the very end? Number two, have you prepared? And number three, you go out and you execute. You know, it always comes down to executing. And tomorrow night will be no different.
Coach Riles said the first thing he noticed about your teams was that they were disciplined. Is that something that is that a goal that you set out to have this team, that you wanted people to say that this was the most disciplined team that they'd seen?
We want people to think that we play hard, we play with passion, we play with discipline, and we fight to the very end. So yeah, absolutely. That's a very nice compliment.
Coach, when you look at Baylor on film, what do you notice that's impressed you most with this team?
Well, there's a lot of things. Number one, the thing that stands out over everything is the way they move the ball and score points. You know, the quality that they have at running back, and quarterback, and receiver, their ability to operate in space and make plays down the field. And they've played some, you know, the other thing that impresses me about them is the quality of opponent that they've faced. You know, in that conference, you play great teams every week. And so, you know, you learn how to compete with the best. And that stands out. It's a team that plays to the very end.
Any more questions?
Coming off the Pac-12 championship, how long did it take you to kind of refocus and get them, you know, maybe excited too about the bowl game?
It took us about a week. Well, they were excited. You know, they were obviously distraught that we lost. Our goal was to win the Pac-12 championship. But you know, being able to come and spend a week in San Diego and play a quality opponent like Baylor in a great game like the Holiday Bowl helped us as an organization, as a team, as a university get over that disappointment. I really felt like when we came back for our first real practice, which was on a Saturday, I believe a week after the game, that they were back. They were fired up. They were excited about the next challenge, and every indication so far has been that they are really excited to play this game. Yep.
In retrospect, seeing the way the team has developed over the season, going back to those days in August, those 12 days at Cal State San Bernardino, what did that mean for this group and for the way that discipline and that bonding developed?
Those days at San Bernardino created the team that we are today. That's the foundation for all that we've become. Certainly there's other things along the way that have contributed before and after, but those 12 days were a time we really came together as a team. We learned how to overcome discomfort and adversity. We learned how to depend on each other and trust each other. We learned that it always wasn't going to be, smooth sailing. And if we stuck together, and if we trusted the guy next to us, and if we kept just our head down and grinding, that we could have some success. And our guys refer back to those days quite often. They draw on that quite often. When things aren't going good, they say, man, remember those 12 days that we put in? We can't make that all for naught. And when things are going well, you say, let's remember those 12 days back in San Bernardino, how tough it was, okay? And let's keep going. And we'll go back. We're going back to San Bernardino. That'll be something I probably will have us do every single year. I think it was just a tremendous, tremendous experience for our football team.
Why do you feel like Tom Lee is made to play so well as a redshirt?
Well, I think a number of things. I think, first of all, he was able to spend a year last year with Rick Neuheisel, who was a tremendous quarterback coach. And so the groundwork was laid, the fundamentals, the footwork, the mechanics. And he had those things, but Rick did a tremendous job of, right when he got to college, helping him. And then he was fortunate this year to get with a guy, Noel Mazzoni, who's an outstanding quarterback coach as well. But all those things being said, it really boils down to Brett. And Brett's work ethic, Brett's attention to detail, Brett's approach to becoming a great football player, never taking a day for granted, always trying to maximize every minute of every day in terms of his football ability. The guy's got tremendous poise. He's big, he's physical, he's fast, he's got a great motion. Through the course of the last 13 games, he's become a very good decision maker. He throws the ball with accuracy, and he has the ability, like all great quarterbacks do, to compartmentalize, to take a good play and put it behind him, to take a negative play and put it behind him, and keep moving forward. And it's really fun to see what he's become this year, and it's exciting to think about what he's going to become the next 3 years at UCLA.
Anything else?
Okay, thanks very much.